The man was reading the newspaper when he suddenly noticed several strangers outside. He hurried upstairs, and without explaining to his puzzled daughter, he hid her in the wardrobe. Stay in here and don't come out until I come and get you. With that, he closed the wardrobe door. When the strangers knocked, the man calmly asked their purpose. The visitor claimed they only wanted a drink of water, but the man had no intention of opening the door. He made up an excuse to send them away. Sure enough, soon there was no more noise outside. Jack thought they dodged a bullet, but the moment he turned around, he saw someone approaching the back door. Jack knew immediately the intruder meant harm. He hurried upstairs to gather supplies, then crawled into the closet with Andy. Jack had pre-dug a secret passageway. Through it, they reached a room. Jack opened the window, and both squeezed through. After escaping, they found the stash of supplies hidden beforehand. Gathering their things, they prepared to leave. Andy gazed sadly at the cabin. She knew she could never return. Jack urged his daughter to hurry away, seemingly terrified she might be discovered. It turned out a virus had recently emerged, infecting only women. Less than 1% of women remained in the world. If Andy fell into the hands of evil men, she would face hellish torment. Thus began their journey of escape. He decided to head for the place where his father had lived before his death. It was a remote area, because the journey was long. Jack had no choice but to hitchhike on the highway. Fortunately, a young man agreed to give them a ride. Throughout the journey, Jack lied, claiming his child was a boy. But before long, the driver saw through the deception. Jack had to find an excuse to make him pull over. He then pulled the man aside and told him he was going to carjack the vehicle. Seeing Jack's strong build, the man could only watch as he drove away. After traveling for an unknown length of time, they finally found Andy's grandfather's house, but everything had changed beyond recognition. When they knocked on the door, someone was already inside. They were invited in to warm themselves. Inside, they discovered 3 elderly people living there. Jack realized reclaiming the house was impossible, so he had to live with them for now. But since he had a girl with him, he had to be extra careful. At 3 in the morning, Jack woke his daughter and led her to a small cabin, where they hid emergency supplies. Then they returned to the house. When the elders questioned them, Jack lied, saying they'd gone out for a run with the child, and so they lived together with the elderly. But one morning, Jack woke to the sound of a car outside. He went to the window to look. It was several unfamiliar men. Jack hurriedly asked Charlie, but Charlie abruptly shut the door. Jack panicked instantly. He knew the truth about his daughter had been exposed.